A man who killed his partner's nonverbal 2-year-old son after leaving him with horrific unsurvivable injuries has been jailed for 25 years. Philija Shirley was found guilty of manslaughter over the death of Kyrell Matthews, who died in October 2019. The defenseless tot went into cardiac arrest at his home in Thornton Heath, South London. At the time of his death he had 41 rib fractures and was also discovered to have internal bleeding and a 4-centimeter cut to his liver. Kyrell had suffered horrific beatings on a regular basis in the months leading up to his death, the court heard. Shirley's boyfriend Kemar Brown was found guilty of his murder after the both stood trial at the Old Bailey. He has been jailed for 25 years. Kyrell Matthews had 41 rib fractures to his little body when he died. Image, Met Police. Prosecutors say Kyrell was repeatedly struck over several weeks, with secret audio recordings capturing the violence. Image, Met Police. The cruel pair sat with blank expressions on their faces in the dock as they heard the verdicts. Judge Mark Lucraft QC told them, "The court had to listen to some harrowing recordings that you made on your phone of the abuse carried out on your young. You should be utterly ashamed of what you have done." Judge Lucraft then told Shirley, "You continue to leave him in Brown's care including on the day of his death. In addition, you were also mistreating Kyrell and used violence on him. There was significant mental suffering caused to Kyrell. This was not just an abuse of position of trust, this was a gross abuse of position of trust. He should have felt safe and secure." Kemar Brown was found guilty of murder. Image, Met Police. Don't miss. Fugitive suspected of 2 rapes found living close to primary school in Croydon. Young offenders in prison get association room complete with TV, sofas and guitars. Builder, 42, buried in garden was stabbed in the neck as girlfriend accused of murder. Fight to introduce law 8 years after mom and toddler hacked to death at home. Kyrell's grandfather Carl Matthews stating in his victim impact statement that they had not shown any remorse for their actions. Shirley, who is 24, had admitted allowing the death and allowing serious physical harm to a child but had denied murder. Her then-boyfriend Brown, 28, had denied all 3 charges. The toddler could be heard crying and screaming on distressing audio files taken from Shirley's phone and played to jurors during the trial. Prosecutors say Kyrell was repeatedly struck over several weeks, with secret audio recordings capturing the violence. A court sketch of Philija Shirley, and her partner, Kemar Brown, appearing at the Old Bailey. Image, PA. Most read. Ukraine mayor survives rocket assassination attempt because he overslept. Queen performed most controversial gesture of rain at Phillips Memorial, says expert. New highway code rules mean you could face a fine for using a mobile even as a passenger. The court was shown heartbreaking new footage. Kyrell can be seen laughing and smiling at the camera just weeks before his death. As he handed Brown with the life sentence, Judge Mark Lucraft QC said he inflicted a truly shocking catalog of injuries upon 2-year-old Kyrell. He condemned him for the sustained abuse shown to the toddler, which was captured in various recordings spanning a 3-month period. He told him, "You are heard to say, you have to ruin all the fun. Those 6 words show your disregard for him and his life." Another video shows him in his mother's arms on his birthday as she blows out candles on a cake. Shirley can be seen smiling at him. The Old Bailey heard victim impact statement that they had not shown any remorse for their actions. Image, SOPA Images, Light Rocket via Getty Images. The court had also heard that whilst Shirley was distressed and hysterical when Kyrell was declared dead, Brown, who was not the child's father, remained calm and disengaged throughout. Prosecutor Edward Brown QC told jurors at the Old Bailey, Kyrell had his ribs crushed or broken by blows within the 4 weeks before October 20th. At least one of the defendants plainly inflicted a significant number of injuries in at least 5 separate incidents in the 4 weeks leading up to Kyrell's death. The pain and distress in those 4 weeks when he was abused was brought vividly to the fore by those harrowing recordings. 2-year-old Kyrell Matthews died from catastrophic injuries. On October 20th, his ribs were crushed once more. It killed him. Police later found the secret audio files on Shirley's mobile phone, which were apparent attempts of the mom trying to catch Brown being unfaithful, but inadvertently captured the abuse, the prosecution said. They included multiple audio files where it appeared Kyrell was hit repeatedly, with Brown saying "shut up," causing the toddler to cry and scream. Jurors were not told that police had been called to an earlier domestic incident, but no offenses were identified and Kyrell was said to have appeared safe in. A passerby had alerted officers on July 17, 2019, after hearing shouting and screaming coming from their flat, with a female voice saying, "Stop hitting my." It followed an attack in May 2019 when Kyrell suffered a significant injury to the side of his face and spent 5 days in Croydon University Hospital. The hospital carried out an investigation and found Shirley's explanation that the little boy had fallen off a sofa and hit his head on a highchair was plausible, police said. Read more. Mom and boyfriend guilty of killing boy, 2, who was left with 41 rib fractures. Read more. Boy, 2, seen laughing in mom's arms weeks before she and boyfriend killed him.